Part 2 of lesson 3-1 is absolute value. We're on page 193. Once again, pause if you need to get there. Split your screen once again so you can see what I'm talking about, and you can do work on your page. Absolute value. The absolute value of a number is the distance between the number and zero on the number line. It doesn't care about negative or positive. So the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. How far from zero is negative 5? It's 5. We don't care that it's negative. It's just 5. The absolute value of positive 5. If I were to ask you that question in class, many of you would have said negative 5. I've had so many students do that. That's what I assume. Because you see, well, this did the opposite. That must do. No. How far is 5 from 0? How many units? Just 5 units. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. So the absolute value of any number is going to be the positive value of how far it is from 0. It's always going to come out the positive value of it. So, look at number 4. They graphed negative 4 for you. Then there's little bars right here. When you put the bars on it, that's absolute value. So if I draw the absolute value of negative 4, that's the same as drawing a parentheses around that. As far as, well, I'll talk to you about that in a minute. The absolute value of negative 4. You don't do anything with that until you drop it out and make it positive 4. So absolute value of negative 4 equals positive 4. Look at this one here now. Now you're going to do a little work. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. The absolute value of 2 is 2. So in a problem like this, where you have, and I'm trying to find room to write on here, where you have the absolute value of negative 5. Here, we'll do it right here. The absolute value of negative 5 minus the absolute value of 2. Well, I know the absolute value of negative 5 is positive 5, because we know the absolute value of anything is positive. 5 minus the absolute value of positive 2 is positive 2. 5 minus 2 equals 3. Take a moment, digest that, see if that makes sense to you. If you have a question, you're going to have to write it down and ask when we come back together. Okay, do E, F, and G on your own. Go ahead and pause. So the absolute value of 8 is, in fact, 8. This is 2 plus the absolute value of negative 3. I'm going to rewrite the 2 plus the absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. When you work a problem like that, I appreciate a circle so I see the answer. I should have done it over here as well. Okay, the absolute value of negative 6 is 6, positive 6, minus, we don't do anything to the 5. And 6 minus 5 is, in fact, 1. Circle it, you got your answer. Go ahead and stop, turn to page 194, and come on back here with me.